Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and amazing, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host Imperial Dean, the one, the only master propaganda hero, psych defender of the fatherland, off to a 1v1 own. Arnhem Checkpoint, the north, it is El Dorado, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. The second armoured here with the Recon support vessel south, it is Jimmy-Hoi, Jimmy-Hoi, fighting here for the Oberkommando, Germany, Deutschland, the 17th SS Panzergrenadier assured goods from Berlin. So we got here Luftwaffe Ground Forces Overwatch and Elite Armament versus Recon Support. And a big thanks to Patrick for donating and supporting the Propagandacast, helping the Propagandacast stay in the business. A big thanks to you, and of course a big thanks to my patron supporters who also assist in keeping the war effort going here. You too can join this glorious effort by pledging on Patreon yourself, and you also just donate. And you know, just comment, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell button to always help the Propagandacast get its word out to as many people as possible. We got a Pathfinder Ralph start here for El Dorado with double focus here for Jimmy. Sturm Pioneers for the Reaction in the centre. That should be a pretty good win for the Sturm Pioneers. The Reaction's M1 carbines are not matched for that. Though, fun fact, late war, they actually managed to make a fully automatic version of the M1 carbine. They ended up mostly seeing war, usage in the Korean War, but apparently a small number of them saw usage on the Western European front, I think late 1945 or something there. So, fun fact there, they also had an infrared sniper rifle version of the M1 carbine. Fulton East was there. Dorado's probably going to push more rifle score team. Meanwhile, Jimmy and is going to be going for more full grenadiers, but it's going around the centre here still. Shooting effects east-west. As the Sturm Pioneers almost act as bait here for El Dorado, tying his force towards the centre line. Jimmy's other forces make progress. So with the Sturm Pioneers not being great long-range infantry, there's obviously some debate as to whether or not it's actually the most efficient use of them, and that you shouldn't be, say, leaving a full score to them. There we go. Switches in there. The full grenadiers, leaving the Sturm Pioneers to do work elsewhere. Good work there for Jimmy. Also can afford to take more beatings, really. Could consume some sandbags here to make the point more defensible in the future against any incursion from, say, Yankees. Vessels there, Sturm Pioneer advancing. El Dorado here, by the way, is going for a fast tech here. Just Rob's got Pathfinder into the fast lieutenant, probably some fast 50 kills as well there. Certainly a slight deviation there, but again, it is not a total rarity of a strategy here. Some players do like to go for a very, very fast lieutenant or captain. But it is, you know, somewhat uncommon. Pathfinder's being westwards there, grabbing the point in the Sturm Pioneer. Steady advance in the east. Basically just trying to keep checking they're there and not, you know, tie them up. And there go more folks going in here. Going to be 2 squads then versus 1. That should be fairly good there, I think, for Jimmy. Thanks, let's see fights like that, in which case, well, we can see the El Dorado decides to back off. And you want to start to get more progress here from the Germans, so you can sneak up behind them, or get past them, in fact, just go for the point there. We got the full squad moving up, going for deep flank. There's going to be a bit of trouble here, as there we go. Jimmy moves in, El Dorado senses what's going on. He's also got a 50 cal on the way there, full rushing for the building. Rifleman can't get in, as he wired off the entrance himself, so he actually managed to create a situation there where he kind of, you know, well, wired himself stuck, in a sense. But there you go. Coordination engine in the centre allows Jimmy to push back El Dorado. He's got the Pathfinder scanner here with the scoped rifles there opening up, killing poor Ludwig as he drops dead. Jürgen follows after him into death as well. They happen to be great drinking buddies, so I guess it pans out a little bit. Pathfinding with Sturm Pioneers. Getting some good kills in there again. Need to treat those Pathfinders soon, so they're doing quite a bit of good work there with the carbines, which allows them to kill anything that's sort of below a certain health threshold. Which can, of course, be quite powerful, and they can sort of, in that sense, be quite good in a lot of circumstances. Though, obviously, there's limits to what they can do. Clock's popping in here, need to be careful, because again, they can't exit through the front door of the restaurant. They will have to exit through the back door, right in front of the lieutenant and his friends. So if things get dicey in there, Jimmy could end up being in trouble. We got Fulton on the car on there, disrupting El Dorado's fuel supply there. 50 covers around as well there. And now he's covering the exit as well. This is going to get really dicey then for Jimmy if he stays around for too long. Really dicey. One hand gone off in the rifle squad. Burns, Joe, and Billy Bob. Back here, nothing going there for Dorado. Probably going to see an ambulance soonish, or perhaps first a push for the Steward light tank. Mechanized post up. Then we got the truck out there for Jimmy. And going to be the Belgian headquarters, the Kampfgruppe Hauptquartier. Ambulance on the way there for El Dorado. Fight healing for his men. In a totally non-socialist way. Flood's going to take the right squad here with the car point. Low on health, we need to counter-attack here with 50 health. Things to quickly get under control again. Otherwise, it's going to be really falling behind Jimmy on fuel. Gal's going to pop into the building up in the full grenadiers. Lieutenant moving in as well. Ambulance almost done. Let's see what El Dorado puts up with next. There we go. 50 Gal sitting up here. Should be ready to fight any moment now, and there we go. Folks need to be careful, but there you go, push back Lieutenant. Again, the fuel has been cut off there. Definitely a bit devastating and annoying here for El Dorado versus Jimmy. Pathfinder charging in, there you go. With that, he has to retreat there, since that's definitely going to be a really bad idea for stay around for too long. And the center we've got push here from Jimmy, and the east side he's made good progress. So Pound decides to push in a further aggressively rather than finish the position here in the sandbags. Interesting choice. Clearly indicating a decide to make a larger coordinated push around the center than grab the point. Sometimes these decisions you have to make. And of course, making the correct decision there can be quite powerful. There you go, moving in a caught by the 5th Cal. Grizzly in trouble, could actually get wiped. That's going to be a small win there for Jimmy. No, gets away with the looks of it still. 5th Cal here in a slightly exposed position, actually flanked by the footman from the north. Pathfinder moving to assist here. Sturmpon is pinned down, but Fountain screaming for assistance. And the folks they're going to provide it. There you go, popping out a cover, popping and sending a grenade on the 5th Cal, forcing retreat here. Up north, full screen to the driver's forward. A lot of engagement on the center between Jimmy and El Dorado. Back here, Comfortable headquarters up. Got Battlefield headquarters. And of course at medics soon. Sturm has been shot to bits by the Pathfinders. Folks that have been to the Lieutenant. Flak half track them away for Jamie, the 251-17, which is a very powerful tool if used correctly and can be really devastating for him to deal with. In particular, once you get 22, it can be really a pain in the arse. Because there's the Pathfinders, hence why a lot of Overclass players like to go for it. Since while it's not say as tough as the looks, its damage output easily beats the looks. Got a wipe there, that's definitely a bit of a loss there for Jimmy. The only one who's yet to get anything, El Dorado and the second armament. We've got Luftwaffe ground forces featuring the heavy fortifications, Stuka smoke reconnaissance, Fallschirmjäger, valiant assault, and airborne assault. Got the cop on there again. Really consistent harassment. We've got many sandbags down this round. Good work there by Jimmy. Thumbs up. Certainly highlights there El Dorado, at least a defender, but also I think try to hit his opponent's fuel point a bit there. He's in this regard playing a bit more along with Jimmy's shall we say tune, which is great, which is what Jimmy wants to do. If you can force out your opponent in moves and attacks and defends, you usually have some advantages there, since you can then of course play around them. So for El Dorado, it's going to come down a lot now to try and breaking Jimmy's stranglehold and initiative instead of regaining it. So there you go, 251-17 flak half track out there. Quite a few versions existed of this vehicle. They did see quite a bit of usage in various forms, including Panzer Brigades. But those actually typically had a version with the flat drilling, which was sort of an air, well, sort of a triple gun version of this in a sense. Sometimes smaller guns, actually sometimes roughly the same like millimeters, but just with 3 guns. They basically just discarded machine guns from aircraft. They were no longer usage or useful up in the air, so they were used as anti-aircraft mounts. Fun fact. Fun fact. I imagine they were quite good versus infantry and light vehicles as well. So there you go, Raketenwerf out here for Jimmy and the Germans. Back here, reinforcing healing ambulance up there. No weapon X have been unlocked. We also got the Captain with the anti-tank gun. So interesting shift here by El Dorado. He has. Did he cancel this? Oh, yes, cancelled it. Okay. So yeah, this is a bit of a somewhat common strategy when it comes to recon support. You're basically Lieutenant Captain, then you rely on the airdrop combat group, and the Emmett Graham for the other element you're then missing. You then basically just get 2 infantry squads out effectively. With the Captain Lieutenant, you get machine and the anti-tank, which is essentially what matters, because you then rely on the other 2 calling T to then, shall we say, fully flesh out your forces. So nice strategy there by El Dorado. Of course, let's see if we can manage it. I imagine he'll be soon going for the airdrop combat group for the pack cards, but also crucially the paratroopers. And I imagine Jimmy will probably be setting up for Fallschirmjäger soon enough. Flank after having that here. Really needs to get on that field point. I'll get a cuff point back. In this regard, Jimmy continues to exert great initiative here versus El Dorado, and he's just controlling the flow of the field, which is really bad for the Americans. But it is essentially the overcommand strategy. It is to try and prevent the opponent from having the same pace of technique. In fact, you want to have it much slower, because the overcommand's tech is so much more expensive and awkward that if you don't do it, you typically them being crashed into the ground. So Jimmy here has to disrupt El Dorado's field flow as much as possible, prevent him from taking up fast, and that way build an advantage. So far, Jimmy definitely getting the best out of the overcommand versus El Dorado, who is so far finding himself a bit under the jackboot. There you go, finally exerting pressure eastwards here with troops and infantry. Very good. Got BRs and the Pathfinders, training the Barfinders, as they are called by some players. basically taking advantage of the beer yard to quickly damage troops and of course allow the marksmen to finish off the survivors quickly. That's a sneaky little combination there by El Dorado, which again does the usage with a lot of people who do use Pathfinders. Right around the centre victory point. So far, you can see the El Dorado's now trying to get a bit more heady with the flak half take out for Jimmy. Back hit reinforcing healing. Grab the point there. Grab the points here. Suddenly things are very quiet after several intense minutes of action, bloodshed, and bullets. Occupying the church once more. We are starting to see some assault rifles being doled out to the frontline troops there. Folks going for deep flank and hit the fuel point. Nice play there by Jimmy. Thumbs up. Again, looking to sneak and to harass, force El Dorado to direct his moves, and that way set up for future pushes. Eastwards here, pushing for the car point there, disrupted and halted by the flak half attack in the centre. Assault going forward with assault rifle. Even got the enemy third from the church here. Increasing the amount of suppressive fire here that Jimmy can bring to bear versus El Dorado. Brown squad in the centre, overwhelmed, forced to leave the wounded behind by the fountain. Pathfinders got to the restaurant there with the Germans pushing it with a blind hand grenade to flash out the bloody Yankees and send them packing as well. Up north here, we got the captains, the Fulton Grenadiers here, BARs and Thompsons. There's the Fulton Grenadiers with some counter anti-case and a few Storm Grenadiers. Got the fuel pump with the neutral, but taking a lot of damage. Back hits with reinforcing healing. Got these some fuel to drop, and this is routed by the flak half take, and there you go. We do get the airdrop come group here for El Dorado. Paratroopers and pack hounds are inbound. Entertaining, they're holding back so far, a bit worried he might overextend and get killed. Storm Panics routed by the now ace Pathfinders. Very good there for El Dorado. Less good for Jimmy. And he's yet to use the powerful airstrike or artillery strike they have attached to them as well. 50 cal being hauled forwards. Paratroopers landing up here in the base. We'll have to see what it goes for. I'd expect the light machine guns, but a pinch you can, of course, equip them with the bazookas as well. And we got fighting mates here for Jimmy now. Calling his own elite infantry is also taking up. Very good. Got the eastern point there. I think he should disengage for the Pathfinders, get them healed up, because at this point he's just wasting manpower and feeding his opponent's machine gun experience, which is not optimal. Words for here, flak half tech building forwards, backed up with the Falchimeg. We got smoke bombs called in as well here. Nice, right on the building there, allowing for the assault to push forwards. He's probably going to use attack ground ignition on the flak half to clear it out, but there you go. El Dorado sees the writing on the wall, and it's German, so he gets the hell out of there. Back here, troop reinforcing. Getting that pack out to get to go as those goddamn crowds. As the fighter makers to push forward to the car point. 50 cal, that's going to have a hard time with that. It's going to need the entertainment over there. But of course, it's all on the east here. And probably Jimmy, seeing that, of course, made the decision to push with that flak half to back up the infantry. Very good push there by Jimmy. 2 thumbs up. So only one feature of Arnhem Checkpoint is really to decide a lot with these two car points. And this one is particularly very annoying to deal with. That is partly again just why some players probably don't like Arnhem Checkpoint, because again these car points, particularly this one, is a real bastard. It's very difficult to defend. And compared to this one, it's a bit easier due to the heavy cover favoring it, but here there's just, it's not very good. So again, there's definitely, I think, some people are not big fans of Arnhem Checkpoint, and I certainly can't fault them. It's a cool map in some ways, but like on a lot of maps, like always are good, it tends to be ruined by really badly designed cut-off points. At least ruined, but at least undercut, undermined, if you will. Like, good cut-off points are crucial on a lot of maps, and if the map cut-off points aren't good, it can lead to some not great play. But there you go, fighters ready to ambush anyone, but they probably can't ambush that many troops. Unless, like, you know, they're in a much better position with a really good fighting grenade. And that is not a good position to ambush from. Got the eastern point here. There's been good progress in the east here with the Germans. The Schwerpunkt headquarters is up. Well, he's going up. As for El Dorado, he may want to take up soon. Got to push for the center of the Pathfinders and the paratroopers. Got the brown light machines on the way there. Not enough ammunition for the artillery strike here. In which case, he would probably clear out the machine gun pretty fast, since it has an incredibly small margin of error there. But there you go. Nice thing for the folks who can have it. There you go. Pack out John. Got incendiary pierce rounds here, though, for Jimmy as well. He's forced to pull out, but could risk using the machine before it gets out. No, nearly gets out with 1 man alive. Pathfinder's forced to retreat it, dropping a BAR. You can't pick it up with the paratroopers. Forced to... Oh, cancel that. So you can still upgrade it with 1 light machine gun, though. It needs to retreat the paratroopers now. The flak half deck is just turning into the next thing and setting up. It's not within range. Push here from these continues, and El Dorado's hold on the western suburbs here is crumbling away like a really badly made cake. In the West, Fox was a captain there, and meanwhile the assault here for Jimmy continues. Jackboot stomping all across the American territory and liberty. In the east, Lieutenant seeming to beat up some folks under the ears. Valve's got heavy. We've got the flak after to bottle up this success. In the west, the attack continues. Jimmy's allowing nothing to slow him down. Their power funds moving up here. Paratroop sitting out there. And of course, they're upgrading with a light machine gun. Should definitely do that. Meanwhile, got take out there for Dorado. Very good. Jimmy in the air has yet to authorize that. And once more losing the carve point. Great for the Germans, but definitely a significant headache for Dorado. Jimmy so far just really maintaining good pressure and momentum. Eldorado's getting a bit better at pushing it back, but Jimmy just continues to hit Eldorado from angle he's not expecting. And hitting the fuel point again as well. Pack out to find way there. 3 kills so far, not too shabby. Major almost done. 5th got Pathfinders, paratroopers. Okay, light machine, very good. I hope he's expecting the Falcon to make us here. There we go. Falcon, oh, he's not paying attention here. Definitely mistake here. Small chance of wipe. Oh, that just went up to a good chance. There you go, fully wiped there. Always the thing to Mafia when you put up these ambushes is, you know, really have to be able to guarantee you're paying attention. They don't just get instantly murdered like that. So yeah, bits awkward there for Jamie. And note, by the way, you also want to be careful about repeating tricks like this too much because your opponent's going to catch up in some way and you eventually punish you. So I think second time was definitely also a particularly bad call to just be trying it in the first place. Bring in MU-34. Got a kill there. Captain Tank from the north here, and seeing support on the west side here. Going for capture here. 5th goal from the Fulton is Pathfinder and 2 men. 20 kills by the way. So he just highlights how much damage they can get, or killing they can get done in the end. Perhaps to make decent success in the west. Machine gun pushed out of the church. And the east here, small push here. Going in from Jim to throw back Eldorado's right flank. Make sure he can't push towards the car point or anything else. But with the authorization, that's going to be difficult. Got a Pantherform away and away again. Jimmy exploiting this fuel lead he's got over Eldorado smoothly. Or as smoothly as the other corners can. To push for fast arm. Meanwhile, Eldorado's still some time away from any tanks. And he's likely going to have to consider an anti-tank gun more to have a better chance versus the Panther 4. And ensure it doesn't get completely rolled over. Still, Jimmy's not getting it all easy. Again, he lost the Fox Makers due to a mistake of his own. Took reinforcing healing. Flak up setting out there for Jimmy. Close Vectini 2. Folks going to Dorado here under heavy ruthless 5. Grenade off. Nice attempt there by Eldorado, but sadly was not the way. In the West Paint, you're going for the Western Victory Point here. We got 87 to 33. Pretty close-ish. Reinforcing healing, flak half taking westwards, got the anti-tank on the move. And he is definitely going to need a second one. We got the Panther 4 multi out here for Jimmy and Germany.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Flak half tech setting up to cover an advancing on the cut-off point, while at the same time giving them any potential flanks. Troops that are being shredded by the flak half tack and the strap under quarters. A double flak whammy, which sees a lot of Americans quite dead. And the Panther to further exploit this gap here is going to cause further fraction of Eldorado. Going to need the anti-tank, and then again he's going to need a second one. Like, he could hope to maybe hold out for show and all that, but I think he's going to need another anti-tank. At least he's made good progress on these, take advantage of Jimmy's center-west push here to at least grab the eastern fuel and victory point. So thumbs up there against Eldorado. There we go, second M1 anti-tank on their way there for Eldorado. Can use the Cat Boy to supervise it to speed up the process. Would not be a bad idea. Also need to get his car point back. Mines down here from Jimmy, very good. Major straight for the Panther. Getting attacked by the Panther 4, completely wiped out. Their main gun machine guns left not much alive. Almost got at least some fuel point, got at least some point as well. Again, coming up, could get spotted and dealt with. There you go, 2 anti-tank ready for Eldorado can do a lot of damage to both Panther 4 and Flak Half Tack rapidly, since they do have 50% higher rate of fire, which means they can really punch through medium armor if you're not careful. They do have less penetration, but again, with that much extra firepower, a lot of the time it tends not to matter too much. And then you got like the armor-piercing, discarding sabre rounds to compensate, and they can compensate quite nicely. You can consider those as mediums. Panther engaging in the 3 airstones, entering up, good hit on the Flak Half Tack, almost got it. Mentioned 2 gain by the way. We're trying to attack ground here, he will not. Panther 4 quickly use the building here to set up and get blind spot the anti-tank gun. Good work there by Jenny, fast reaction here. But again, needs to capture the western carbon and fuel. And there you go. Got the eastern fuel, we grab back with the Germans in return. Panther going ahead, the anti-tank pursuing. Quickly Jimmy here, perhaps gets a bit too overeager. And change the trying to set up a good position. These early attempts the full grenadiers. Panther going even further. Rifles got routed. Flak half-track going in here. Good hit on the Panther 4 there. And so going to deal with a flak half-track here. I think we're taking fire from the church machine gun. Packard remain down death on it. Anthony sitting up. People check out the flak half-track here. Looks like Jimmy's not making paying attention in. Flak half-track down. That's a definite winning for El Dorado. A significant tool for containing and constraining El Dorado's movements has been destroyed. That's going to really help the Americans. A bunch of them machine down to, well, very little health. We'll have to retreat that one soon before the Packard wipes it out fully. 9 goes off here. 9 well caused by Jimmy. Thumbs up. Packard needs to get bombarding, but it's being held back here, I think. Jumpers murdered here by the 50 cal, but that has to fall back as well as incredibly on health. There you go. Paratroopers, rifle squad attacking. We got the Orbits coming up with the LMG-34 of their own. Well, Dorado can soon go for Sherman. Packard's firing on the church here.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Down to 2 men.
Down to 300.
39 points left here for El Dorado versus Jimmy. Grenades off. Orbs on suffering no loss from that, but they are quite low on health here and are at risk of getting wiped out here, particularly if there's any Pathfinders nearby. But fortunately for Jimmy, there isn't. El Dorado can now go for Pat Sherman, but he may of course be more tempted to go for the Jackson Tank Destroyer. Probably expecting more armor here from Jimmy and possibly something a bit heavier than the Panther 4 Model J.
Losing a capture point.
Return to the force in the east. Got a Arnhem gun in the Pathfinders, quickly killing Lewis. Anti-tanks need to be careful in the east here. Lieutenant's not to the Falconers at this range. Need some BRs on that. Got the Carve Point here. Got the Rope Point there being grabbed. Packard throwing up here. Ooh, close one, but did a lot of damage. Oh, one there. That's pretty good. Tiny chance of maybe landing wipe here with the paratroopers, but I wouldn't give it too much thought. Meanwhile, we need to grab more point on the west here, making good probes in the east. Okay, now could be in trouble there, and yeah, he's likely going to go here for the Jackson Tank, so he just needs a bit more fuel and call it in. And we got a second pet for here for Jimmy and Deutschland. Packard firing up the schwerer panzered quarters, very good. Panther 4 advances, good day for the Lieutenant. Good hit there. Another series of kills. More Packard to fire here, continue to do damage. At this rate, he's going to need a lot of shooting with that. He could also try and catch with anti-tanks, like say move up through here, move up the anti-tank and blast away. They can quickly reduce the Schwerpanzer quarters to rubbish and rubble. Troops right here with machine guns. We got a cluster bombs calling as well here, looking to take out that MD-34. But Jimmy retreats just in time, and instead all that happens is this parking lot gets blown to, well, nothing. Also, the Paul Vickers car got blown to bits. He's sending out the captain and the Pathfinders here for the Kidnap routing into the east, falling about here. And tank is moving in there. Good hit. Lost a unit. Looks like the reaction's bit the dust here. Another hit there, and again, Schwerpanzer quarters exposed. Could be taken up with anti-tank guns. There we go, start to do it. That's been painful there for Jimmy, and we're forced to consider either rebuilding it or going for the mechanized Ring and King Tiger. And the thing is, like, having to rebuild and go for the Panther is typically roughly around the same cost of then going for a King Tiger at that point, so we'll have to see what he does. But yeah, Schwerpanzer quarters being just taken out, a bit of punishment for Jimmy, and could be definitely a tool here for El Dorado to swing this game around in his favor. This is now Jimmy Cunning to replace armored losses, and Jimmy El Dorado can build up an armored advantage. Transforming into the east though, really deep flank here, catching the car point again, looking to disrupt El Dorado. Keep him from getting too much fuel, even as he's taking losses. Jimmy still looks to the future. The future of the German peoples. Shooting right here, and we got smoke bombs in here from Jimmy. Probably on the 5th car there. Smoke it out, allow troops to get close to popping in center grenade. Yes, indeed. Jackson almost done here. Pathfinder up as well. Both players, I would say, displaying some fairly good maneuverability and, ability to shift like side of the maps here, not getting too inflexible. So 2 thumbs up to both players there. 2 thumbs up to El Dorado, who's starting to realize again the Eastern Fuel is pretty good to grab as well. Thanks. Very good. And there you go. M36 Jack Chain Slot here for El Dorado. Anti-tank the Panther 4. Quick retreat here. Going for the cop on the west.
We're losing a capture
Go check
point.
for the point here. Can't even hammer the Panther 4.
overrunning one of our capture points.
Can't run it. Jackson obviously, let's go against all the infantry. You can't quite catch the armor with it at the moment. So there's obviously some limitation into the M36 Jackson tank strike currently. But again, that's the Panther Force. Any like heavier armor team is going to be, it's going to be fairly good.
Tank ready.
Next, though, he probably should go for some Shermans to help deal with him. He could also go for Scots, that would deal with them.
A capture point
Another
is
5th
being
cal there for
overrun.
Dorado. 293 is 243. Victory point difference continues to be fairly controlled here between the two. Fairly controlled. On the west here, we've got the 10 going straight for the Falcon leaders here. Panther 4 backing off here for Jimmy.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Smoke bombs again. And launching assault here, basically obfuscating the precision machine. Again, he knows it's there. He's got a pretty good deal of that. So again, from his next allows him to be more aggressive. But there you go, gets caught by more infantry. And we got the Jackson Williams threatening to disrupt the formation as well there. Nice counter move there by Dorado. Dust off the Panther fast, but can easily be fixed up and is no threat at the moment. Still, Jimmy's once more gaining control of the map here, and that's something Dorado needs to shut down fast. Jimmy's also flooding resource here. Perhaps he's wondering what he wants to go for here versus Dorado. Does he want to go for mechanized? Does he want to go for the spare punted quarters? And perhaps this is something that Jimmy is a bit uncertain about. And certainly I have no easy answer there either. King Tai could obviously be a strong move, but admittedly so could also just go for another Panzer 4, since Joy has 2.
We're at 200 points.
Again, backing that up with the King Tiger, and arguably again, could also be really good. And again, it'd be roughly again the same time and same resources invested, so I suppose it depends a bit on this tactical perspective as well, as the King Tiger's obviously a lot slower than the Panther 4s. Gun center. But the actual, the King Tiger's actually fairly, fast for heavy tank, fairly movable as well. Straight ahead here. Looking against the Luftwaffe score there. Jack's going in for the Panther 4, missed 50 cal, almost wiped out. The guy smoke bombs again. Good hit from Jackson on the Panther 4. Makes sure towards the end of the Panther come from fear, and we got smoke bombs again around here.
Losing a capture point.
Dorado once more, finding just 50 cal left out of the proceedings. Fixing up the Jackson. Coming up the focus group, steel punch and Panther finds there, good grenade off. Cluster bomb, but he basically had to take out his own 50 cal down there. It's going to go down. Yeah. In fact, it seems like he at this point realised he was going to get killed. He just didn't pull it out, so his opponent wouldn't risk getting it. Panther 4 falling back. Second Panther 4 there could do with some light repairs. Still no sign of anything there from Jamie. No sign of further direction there. Panther 4 moving up here. Also floating quite a bit of manpower.
One of our capture points.
Definitely start spending some of that here unless he wants to give Dorado a chance to get back to there. Good grenade off here. Have research grenades by the way there. Thumbs up to Dorado. But he definitely needs to go for Sherman next. He needs some actual armor to put pressure on the infantry. Again, he could go for the Scots. He could go for the Scots and wouldn't be wrong for that either. Back here, the troops repairing. In the west side here, further fighting. Dorado's been cut off for pretty much all field points, so that's pretty bad. In fact, he's only got 1 point connected at the moment, so that's a significant header there for Dorado, and there's a significant advantage for Jimmy. Pathfinder's right in the centre in the east ground victory point. There we got 292 to 155. Now Jimmy's getting a much bigger lead here at Dorado, and he's definitely filling manpower. Starting to get the impression this is part of the King Tiger stall here from Jimmy. Truck on the way there. Yeah, I think he's on for the King Tiger now. Like, typically some players end up saving up a lot on manpower in case they stay on for the King Tiger, and like they don't need it immediately. They still feel like, they want to, like, keep the resource there so they can just immediately call him without risking, something there. Yeah. Looks like a Tiger 2 stall here from Jimmy versus Dorado. Prepared for the Panther 4. There goes Jackson, shoots and misses the Panther 4. In the centre, got Captain here pinned down by the infantry from the west side. Fortunately, was pushed out with the 50 cal. Going for these in fuel once more. We got 292 to 136. Jackson slowly advances. And there you go, schwerer Wehrmacht-Schlepper out for Jimmy. In the centre here, Cap routed.
A capture point is being
Pack out there with 7 kills actually 2. Jimmy-Hoi there for El Dorado. Thumbs up. Yup, it's the mechanized regiment, so very much as expected. It is the Tiger 2 stall here from Jimmy. And the 17th SS, Pathfinder westwards. Something went flying there. Hard to say what it was, or what it used to be. Panther setting out. Panther net 10 kills right in your feet. Panther west will take for the Pathfinders.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
2 kills, round it.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready. Krauts have cut our supply line. Frontline
Panther net
units are
getting the
being
same amount
hung
of kill
out to
there.
dry.
East side getting captured there by El Dorado. There you go, got a wipe on Jimmy. He's starting to run out of infantry. Definitely a bit dangerous there for Jimmy once more. I don't think quite in the danger zone yet, but it's strong for the King Tiger. This could become a problem. Panther will straight for Route 48. Sherman is ready by El Dorado for freedom, democracy. 5 minutes called in to replace the losses. Definitely an expedient way of doing it, so it gives him a bit of infantry. Panther will take up Route 48 in the east, close to 2 by the way. S-Sync can hold up. He's pulled back then the centre. Sherman pushing back the Orbital Darden. Panther on the left side is actually a bit exposed. If he's not careful, Jimmy could risk losing here to Dorado. The Americano, and there you go. Sherman shoots, misses Jackson from the north side. Captain with the jump out to the point there. Good hit on the Panzer IV. Other Panther to assist, like Kennedy also hold in. Panther just claim the centre and the east side. Anti-tank guns left behind there. Definitely state the El Dorado could be used by Jimmy, at least used for salvage, in which case they could help them towards the King Tiger faster.
We've dropped to 100 points.
100 points left for El Dorado, needs to do something soon. Also got 24 kills on those Pathfinders. They certainly found a way for a lot of Germans. Straight to hell.
A capture point is under
Grams under
attack.
the paratroopers, or the paratrooper support squad, which, as a note, can actually lay down mines. Unlike the paratroopers and airborne doctrine, so... Little note there.
Good to go.
German holding back here. Pathfinders bring ahead here. Got the 5 Mangas there in the T-42s. Heavy cover plus the bung grenade. That's definitely a loss there for the Pathfinders. Down 2 men, forced retreat. Captain Renner straight in there to tank them, which misses. Second bounces, bit unlikely for El Dorado. Very unlucky there. But great for Jamie. Jackson shoots, misses. Pack cars are there by the way, halfway to the east level. Building's about to collapse in the centre, going for the victory upon the east side. The assault is running some issues, but not entirely, because you should probably pop a grenade in the footsteps, hope they pull back. Meanwhile, Jimmy's getting closer to the King Tiger. The Koenigsegg, about 100 gone off, no grenade here for a minute. Oh, he's trying to get, but is forced to retreat. By a very compelling argument that his men are going to get lit on fire otherwise. And going up to Jackson, Sherman. Jackson is a bit further removed here from the fighting. East side here follows the flank of the lieutenant. Grenade off. Nice attempt there, baiting him into retreat, getting wiped there, but Jamie saw through El Dorado's ruse and outmaneuvered him. West side, we've got the Panzer rolling up there, close to 22. Just reinforcing. Heading eastwards with the Pathfinders, along with some pomp the Sturmpioniere.
Grab your shit and follow me. Looks like we're going in. Enemy aircraft!
273,091. El Dorado somewhat stabilised these units, the light force. Of course, they continue to change for the King Tiger. Even then, there's still some time here for the team to get out. The current fuel income. Dustman's going to take them further. Shimmering in there. Getting clear on the foot. We've got Kevin running in the attack there for El Dorado. Could try and flank the lieutenant here. I think that could be quite effective. Push to the centre using smoke to cover the attack. 2 thumbs out to Jimmy. A nice smoke screen push. Backed up by infantry as well. Very good, very good. Jackson down to half a break on the intention of the Panther to progress past him. Clear them out. Perhaps even here. Got the Jackson. No combat blitz though. Panther down to half an inch right there. Dear, this might be a mistake here. Panther down. Could take out the Sherman though, which definitely make it worth it. to use the other Panzer there. So in the centre here, Salt went through there, I think, smoothly. That said, he should have backed up the infantry here, the Panzer with the infantry. I think that was a bit of a mistake there by Jimmy. But still, I would say fairly well done. They were coordinating infantry, armour, and smoke to a certain degree. So thumbs up there to Jimmy, thumbs up. Still, taking him quite some time to get the King Tiger. Still, he got the Jackson, and his opponent's down just a shell, which is heavily damaged. Got to wipe them on the anti-tank. It's pretty good. They're prepping getting the orbital dodge.
Germans are making a push.
Quickly getting bled out there. Meanwhile, Jimmy is ever slowly creeping towards the Tiger 2, the Königsjäger. We got 265 versus 88. Okay, we've seen an Eastern victory point here in the centre. We're off rounded by the Panzerkampf Fighting Fear.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Back here, nothing for going for Jimmy.
Warning orders, men.
Sparks moving with the Volksgunners. We're starting to get the captain out of the Panzer 4. Half 8 to Veteran 3. Back here, reinforcing healing.
Is being overrun.
Panzer 4, half 8 to Veteran 3.
Men are ready. Nuts. We got orders coming.
MG for the first to 50 count.
Just got cut off.
Nice using the up his round. See the deck from the pack outs. Good wipe it out. Yep, that's going to get annihilated, I think. Less fortune there for Jimmy. Good kill for El Dorado. Holy smokes, it actually got away. Wow, that is incredibly lucky there for Jimmy. Incredible luck. And he's still got Parachute to catch McKenna, quickly routing it. Ace level there, 15 kills. Pushing into the turn the Sherman. El Dorado could, of course, go for another one. He may, of course, be tempting the Jackson. He might be expecting this point there's a King Tiger happening. And so, of course, wants to have Jackson to deal with that. Got the cop on there, good play. But losing the Western cop on here to Jimmy's infantry. He's definitely on the King Tiger path there. He is definitely. Oh, King Tiger bound, but the Fallschirmjägers are hellbound. Jumps around into view with the Panther 4 in the centre. We've got Orpson, we've got the Volksgunners. President Snot on the west. We've got Stillman to the Pathfinders. Pack out the firing. Quick kill there. Playing out the pack outs. And wipe.
Your crew just got wiped out. A capture point is under attack.
And salvaging it for extra fuel here to help push that King Tiger out. Things starting to look a bit hazardous here for El Dorado in some ways. Jimmy continues to offer that King Tiger. I do feel like he needs to force some extra infantry while he's doing so. Pepperton being bung grenaded. Oh, nasty hit there, but not nasty enough. Panther 4, they're being pushed back with the anti-tank up there. King Tigers now moments away here for Jimmy and Germany. And Sheen's sitting up there very, very close to these. Holy smokes, is ever close. Like, he just needs to sneeze at someone probably against that final star. He gets the star for sneezing at an American, Ludwig, yeah. That was a really ugly American. You did good job sneezing at him. There you go, 11 kills there, ace level, MG34 there for Jimmy, 2 thumbs up. It's actually rare you see an orbital machine getting the ace level there. And the East Recon rather Lieutenant going for the Eastern Fuel Point. King Tiger though is happening now. There we go, Königsjäger gefechtsbereit. Goes around the path on the west. And a fresh fighting squad here for Jimmy. Very good as well. Machine getting bombarded by the Sherman. El Dorado focusing on manpower for the Jackson tank. So at least he will once he sees the King Tiger, at least he hears it. So there you go, Tiger 2 setting out there for Jimmy and Deutschland. Equipped with an 18 on the high velocity gun, similar to you saw on the Jagdpanther and the Elephant heavy tank destroyers. Fun fact. Getting the troops in the centre. Shot bounce off the King Tiger's armour, and second that gets a shot through. Need to pop the arm piercing rounds there for better chances. There we go. 2 shots at almost max range entering through the King Tiger's front armour. That's pretty lucky there for El Dorado. Pretty lucky with those M1s. It's the Panther causing harm there for the infantry there. Machine needs to retreat before it gets taken up with the Königsjäger. 5 kills away. That machine crew is dead. Should have the pin up machine if I would add anti-infantry. Shown the east side here. El Dorado they're going for another Sherman. Not Jackson tanks in response to this. Perhaps he was quite confident in tanks, but then he marches it straight into the bloody MG34. Oh, and the I think El Dorado here might be a bit frustrated with the situation, causing it to commit to a very bad tactical decision. Jumps in to finish off. There you go. Both anti-tank crews have been exterminated. Oh, no. He is going for the Jackson, but yeah.
We're losing a capture point.
That feels a bit like that might have been GG there. I mean, El Dorado could technically still pull it off with some really good flanks and maneuvers, but I feel like the way he committed these anti-tank guns tells me he may not be quite in that mindset anymore. I mean, you know, we'll see. Oh, he lost his German as well there. Certainly further decreasing El Dorado's odds here versus Jimmy. Further decreasing them. Power plants are being murdered here by folks from the Volksmegers. Also got the Sturm Punies East London start the church. Well, they've actually not been upgraded. Oh no, the pantry of the mines were there. Go power plant is wiped. El Dorado's forces are being brutally disassembled now.
Capture point is being overrun.
Panther 4, they're close to C4.
Get ready for action, gang.
Back hitch reinforcing. So we got 230 versus 70, 69. Obviously they're gaining match 4. Jackson on the move. Got the lone patch record holding up on the west side here, even using suppressing fire. Nice. Still holding up with the German assault. 2 thumbs up. They really overlooked ability, to be honest. Will he use it the same here? I doubt it. Panther push back here, blitzing away though. Half health. 21 kills. Trying to defend the Western victory point. We got 63 with 230. Kevin putting the Jackson tank slot here. We got 230 with 63 still. Most of El Dorado's infantry is barely alive. In fact, he is down to Lieutenant Patrick Rothschild. El Dorado's odds are now possibly even worse than they were moments before. Like, it's just seemingly downhill now only for El Dorado. I mean, again, he could theoretically pull something out of his hat that completely demolishes Jimmy, but at this chance, I think at this point his best hope is divine intervention.
Spread out and stay ready. Orders!
Or at least state intervention. Cannon on the way there for El Dorado. King Tiger between the paratroopers here. Still a machine gun at it. Oh, there he goes at it again. Got a kill. We got 13 kills. So 229 versus 56. Captain there. Halfway done. Jackson westwards. But yeah, El Dorado's odds. Not great.
Capture point is under attack.
Not great. I certainly would not be betting El Dorado at this point. That's for sure. Easily got Rothschild was the Panther 4 here. 35 kills in the name of Deutschland. Rothschild being hammered on the Panther 4, peppered with machine gun fire. Ground lifts upon there. Go Jackson charging, going for that Panther 4, the less threatening of the two, I suppose. Inflaming up here on the west side here. 10 shots at the Kevin, more importantly at the King Tiger grenade off here. And then quickly backing off. As they're definitely not being paid enough to deal with a King Tiger.
Capture point is under attack.
223 versus 53.
Looks like we're going in.
Consolidate.
Perhaps shouting back up the captain, focusing these fights to make us all know tearing into them. But yeah, it's just not enough here for El Dorado. And then I think you realise the course was lost. GG, game over. A victory here for Jimmy, a loss for El Dorado. A nice fight here on Arnhem Checkpoint with some King Tiger action, Panther 4 action, but also just highlighting again the importance of, like, you know, directing how your opponent moves and all that. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I learned something phenomenal. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, and of course do consider donating or pledging on Patreon to help support the Propagandacast. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers and thank you all for watching. Bye.